Hey guys, this is Mario from shockingfit.com here in the center of Seville, standing next to the largest cathedral in the world. Pretty awesome place to be at, and behind me here there's quite a bit of historical buildings. It's actually called the Plaza de Triunfo. Pretty awesome, a lot of people around here, and it's a tourist place. Definitely recommend you to check it out if you're in Europe. And I kind of wanted to address an issue, a question that I got recently from a lot of guys that are just starting out, and that is, do you really need to track your calories and your macros when you're starting out to lose weight? And I think I'm partially to blame for the fact that I did say in a lot of my videos that a person should quantify as much things as you can, right? Really put an emphasis on tracking your diet, using MyFitnessPal, tracking the amount of weight you're doing in the gym, and all of these tools that you have in your toolbox that you should use them. And that's kind of like, that's true. Obviously, I mean, it is all about calories in, calories out, and your macros. If your goal is to optimize your results, if your goal is to get maximum results, and based on the scientific research, we know that simply if you obey the energy balance equation, if you eat less calories than you spend, you're gonna lose weight. But is that really the most optimal approach for someone just starting out to lose weight? And I would argue really that the most people in the world out there that are just starting out their journey are not suited for tracking their exact macros. And I think that's a lot of the advice, a lot of the things that you see on the internet, a lot of the videos that I put out. It's necessary to put these things in the right context. And I will use simply the context of my own story and my own journey to kind of put this into perspective. So when I first started, I didn't track anything. I didn't track my calories. I didn't even know what the hell macros were. I didn't even know anything. I just knew that there was protein. That's the only thing I knew. I knew that, okay, there was something called protein that helps you build muscle, and that's what I heard from a big guy in the gym. You know, that's pretty much all I knew. And I think that simply the fact that I didn't know these things helped me stay on track and get consistent and get really good results. And I'm gonna leave a quick picture here, and that's also gonna link to my transformation story if you guys haven't read it. And I feel like that fact that I didn't know these things helped me stay more consistent, because I could focus just on enjoying the process. I could focus on that enjoyment. I didn't have to worry too much about, oh shit, I have 300 calories left today. Because what that does, like when you see that number 300 left, you're like, shit, you know, there's a scarcity of these things called calories. It must be really important, right? And a quick example I would give to that, if you go to a mall and you say, hey, I have only like $20 to spend, you're probably gonna only want to buy things that are more expensive, like that cost more than $20, right? That's simply like economics. You know, what has scarcity is the things that matter the most to us, and that's just human nature. And that's why I would say that you don't want to track everything, and you don't want to put so much tracking on these things when you're first starting out. You want to focus on that minimal enjoyable action and really focus on a few keystone habits. Maybe take 2 or 3 at a time. That would be my suggestion. For example, one first habit that helped me, the first 3 I guess that I implemented, was making sure that most of my food comes from unprocessed whole foods. So that most of my intake that I eat on a daily basis are foods that are very nutrient dense versus those foods that are extremely processed, not very rich in nutrients, but very rich in calories. So what this allows you to do is kind of fix your natural hunger signals. And if you simply eat when you're hungry, you're gonna find yourself eating 3-4 times a day, and you're gonna roughly be in that range where you need to be in terms of calories. The second keystone habit that I would say in terms of just simply the diet was making sure that I get enough protein and veggies with my meals. And I think a lot of people don't value these habits enough. And I mean, it's okay to know up to an exact gram of how much protein you need to eat, but is that really important if you get like 145 or 148 grams of protein a day, right? If you simply get enough, your body will be satisfied, and you're going to be able to build muscle, and you're going to be able to lose fat and stay on track. And the third keystone habit I would say that's kind of related to that is simply measure your body weight. Because what that does is that even if you make a few mistakes, even if you kind of fail a few days of the week in terms of your diet, but if your weekly weight goal is matched, if you lost your pound a week or an average, for example, you know that you're on track, right? It doesn't really matter what that micromanagement on a daily basis, what's going on with that, if you have your weekly goal, right? And that weekly goal for most people will fall in that range of 0.5 to 1.5% of your total body weight loss per week. And if you're in that range, it's fine, right? You're on track, you're good to go. And if you got your protein, that's it, right? It doesn't really matter if you measured like every single little gram of food that you eat. And I think that the biggest mistake is that a lot of people try to take on these expert habits or habits of guys, for example, who are professional fitness models who are preparing for a competition. For these guys, if you're not tracking your exact macros, you're probably not gonna do well in that competition, right? This is an expert habit, and if you're not planning to compete, I don't think there's a need to really go into that. And all those guys that are competing, they went through the continuum. They started simple and they built upon that. And I would say just a quick answer for the question is definitely not necessary to track your macros and your calories, especially not your exact macros and your exact calories in the beginning of your fitness journey. Really focus on those keystone habits, put them in place, and once you have that nailed down, then you can worry about the exact macros and really using tools like MyFitnessPal, spreadsheets, all these complicated things. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this puts things in the right context for you guys who are just starting out. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to click subscribe below to support the channel. And I'm also curious, at what stage in your fitness journey are you? Are you just starting out, like you watching this video? Leave in the comments below how long you've been lifting, how long you've been tracking your diet, and keep an eye on your nutrition. So leave that in the comments below. Looking forward to hearing from you guys and sharing a couple of ideas. Once again, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.